You know, fun fact, my hunter is actually Bucky from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You'll be seeing him in Avengers Infinity War. Wow, my stutter though. But in all seriousness, here we have the Prometheus Lens. I'm sure you already know what this thing is. Back in December when it first launched with Curse of Osiris, it was absolutely fucking busted. Bungie had to fix this thing. They had to give it to everybody, essentially. Anyway, let's just jump into the perks real quick, gloss over them. Composite stock, flame refraction, projection fuse, chambered compensator, and of course, prismatic inferno. I think that's how you say it. Make fun of me all you want for my pronunciation of words while I try to read. You know what? I bet you can't do much better, okay? Anyway, the Prometheus Lens. It launched with Curse of Osiris, and before Curse of Osiris, the only trace rifle we had was the Cold Heart, which is also an exotic, and is also arguably the king of DPS next to rocket launchers, of course, for, you know, boss DPS. The Prometheus Lens, a lot of people thought it would dethrone Cold Heart, but it's actually the complete opposite of Cold Heart. And the reason that the Prometheus Lens is meant to be clearing basic enemies like thralls and dregs and shanks and things along those lines is because of its perks. When you kill an enemy, you get a portion of the magazine back. So you basically, if you're doing Crota's End with this thing, you never have to reload. On top of that, the heat wave that builds up as you shoot enemies does damage to enemies around. So just imagine using this thing in Crota's End. It would be great. Now the problem is that Sins of the Past can do it better. My issue with this weapon is that the Sins of the Past rocket launcher and Curtain Call can just do it way better. They can clear ads way better. They can do more boss DPS. It's just disappointing. And this thing is in the secondary slot. Why would I use this over the Sunshot? I did a review on the Sunshot. That thing is amazing after patch 1.1.4, also known as the Go Fast update. Sunshot, I'd rather use over this, and it's kind of disappointing to be honest with you. I've actually been waiting about 4.5 minutes to find a lobby for quick play. That's... wow, dude, that's kind of sad. It makes me sad. But we're finally in a match of quick play, and when it comes to Crucible, the Prometheus Lens, is it viable? I guess. Is it fun? Sure. Do I recommend it? Not at all, I'll be honest with you. Back when this thing launched, and there was a bug with it where you basically insta-killed every enemy you saw in PvP, that was probably some of the most fun I've ever had in Crucible. I know a lot of... it split the community in half, I know that. But the Prometheus Lens back then, it was really good, man. Now, of course, my aim has a lot to do with whether or not a gun is good. But I'm just saying in general, why would you use the Prometheus Lens in Crucible over the Uriel's Gift? Just ask yourself that if you really want to take this thing in. If it was broken like it was back in December, hell yeah, that's the only weapon you'd use, the Prometheus Lens. But right now, it's not that great. I think this thing really does need a buff in both PvP and PvE side of things. Listen, I love the way this thing looks, the way it feels. I love the idea of trace rifles, and I love the Cold Heart as well. But we're talking about the Prometheus Lens here, okay? The Cold Heart can take a back seat right now. But either way, this thing just isn't viable, to be honest with you. Why would I use this over Uriel's Gift in PvP? Why would I use this over Cold Heart for boss DPS? Why would I use this over Sunshot in just public events? It's just not that great. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.